The Super Bowl is an annual championship game of the National Football League, NFL, the highest level of professional American football in the United States. The game is considered one of the biggest and most watched sporting events in the world, with millions of viewers tuning in to watch the game each year. History. The first Super Bowl was played on January 15, 1967, between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. The game was not yet called the Super Bowl. It was officially called the NFL World Championship game. The Packers won the game 35-10, and quarterback Bart Starr was named the game's most valuable player, Maeve. The Super Bowl name was officially adopted in 1969, when the NFL merger was finalized. The first Super Bowl to be officially called the Super Bowl was Super Bowl II played on January 12, 1969 between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Colts. The Jets, led by quarterback Joe Namath, won the game 16-7. Since then, the Super Bowl has become one of the most anticipated events of the year in the United States, with millions of people tuning in to watch the game and the halftime show. The halftime show has become a major spectacle, with top musicians and performers taking the stage to entertain the crowd. The Super Bowl is the championship game of the NFL, and it is played between the winners of the AFC and NFC conferences. The AFC and NFC are the two conferences of the NFC, and each conference has 16 teams. The teams in each conference are divided into 4 divisions, and the winners of each division, along with 2 wildcard teams, compete in the playoffs to determine the conference champion. The winners of the AFC and NFC conferences then face off in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is usually held on the first Sunday in February, and it is played at a different stadium each year. The host stadium is usually selected several years in advance, and the Super Bowl is often used as an opportunity to showcase a new stadium or a city that is seeking to attract major sporting events. The Super Bowl is one of the most watched television events in the world, with millions of people tuning in to watch the game and the halftime show. The game is also a major cultural event in the United States, with people hosting Super Bowl parties and gathering with friends and family to watch the game. Gameplay. The Super Bowl is played with the same rules as a regular NFL game, with some minor differences. The game consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. If the game is tied at the end of regulation, the teams play overtime until one team scores. The game is played with a ball that is roughly 11 inches long and 22 inches in circumference. The field is 100 yards long and 160 feet wide, and it is divided into 10-yard sections. The game is played with 11 players on each team, and the object of the game is to score more points than the other team. Points can be scored in several ways. The most common way is to score a touchdown, which is worth 6 points. A touchdown is scored when a player carries the ball across the opposing team's goal line or catches a pass in the end zone. After a touchdown, the scoring team can attempt a conversion, which is worth 1 or 2 points, depending on whether they kick the ball through the uprights or carry it into the end zone. A field goal is worth 3 points, and it is scored by kicking the ball through the uprights. A safety is worth 2 points, and it is scored when a defensive player tackles the offensive player with the ball in their own end zone.